Justin Bieber barely survived Hollywood. Now, I've said this a million times. I am a believer. I've been a believer. I remember when I was 12 years old listening to Beauty and a Beat, and it was like I had to hide it from everybody. What you mean, Cap? Why would I lie about being a believer? What would be the point? Wouldn't that be more embarrassing to people? But anyways, I've been a believer forever, but looking back, I understand why this man was doing everything. Look, hey, Justin Bieber, I understand why you said the N-word. I understand all that. No, let me stop. But he had crazy things go on to him. Like, can y'all really think of that? Imagine if you're 12 years old and like you're just thrown into an industry like that and then you grew up in it. Imagine all the you've seen and you're the biggest star ever. Really thinking of it, it's like, it's crazy. And you gotta remember, Justin Bieber was the most hated on person ever. Really thinking of it, was Baby that bad? Well, hold on, let's play it back. Baby was not that bad. Y'all just hating in the chat. This man dropped this at the age some of y'all was playing on DS. I don't want to hear it. I don't care. To this day, that song got it. But you know, let's get into the video.
Justin Bieber is probably the last person on earth you feel bad for. The blonde-haired, blue-eyed tween made a few YouTube videos singing in 2007, got swooped up by the major record labels, and they forced his generic pop songs onto us. Then every young
and they weren't generic, by the way. They really weren't generic.
Girl in the world became obsessed with
him.
no,
yeah, no, the Beliebers was wild though.
Making him millions of dollars and keeping his songs in rotation on the radio. He was an easy person to hate, or just completely disregard. However, in the early 2010s, he started to change. He was lashing out in public, assaulting people,
nah, Justin really
starting
going
to
off.
confirm people's suspicions of him being a
the hell was that?
Rich brat. And although this video is not going to be me trying to convince you that Justin Bieber is an unproblematic saint, there is another perspective to consider that might make his antics a little understandable. For example, the many times he was blatantly
Bruv, do y'all see
make
that?
his antics a little understandable. For example,
bro, this is the clip I saw on TikTok. Katy Perry, as a grown-ass woman, is grabbing teenage Justin Bieber's butt. Look, Katy, we love you and your music and what you did, but like, what are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing here? And the crazy thing is, this is like back then, where it's like, oh, you know what people were like, oh, you're a man? I mean, what, you can't even get, they thought you couldn't even get raped as a man, even back then, or like, that was the notion for a lot of people. But like, things have changed. Even people think that now. People still think that now. So it's like, nobody really takes, you know, things happening to men still that seriously.
The many times he was blatantly assaulted or harassed in public.
Can I say this? Lean into me again. You smell amazing. How old are you?
Thank you.
It isn't very difficult to see how uncomfortable Justin is. James Corden is leaning in as close as
Of course it's James Corden. Like, why do I... Hey there, Tommy NFG here. Just a little reminder to make sure to subscribe because only about 30% of you guys watching this are actually subscribed. Also tune into the Twitch streams every once in a while. You know, we have a lot of fun there. There's a lot of fun that goes on there. So, I'm ending it right here. Let's get back to the video.
Possibly can with his hand resting on Justin's back.
Thank you so much. Look at him. Look at what a beautiful face.
What
Rubbing
the heck?
Justin's face was
Chat real quick right now. Grown man rubs your face like that. What are you doing? What are you doing?
Thank you so much. Look at him. Look at what a beautiful face. All right.
Rubbing Justin's face was just disrespectful, but he couldn't resist touching the boy.
Catching these hands.
Bieber awkwardly tries to go along with the joke, but James makes it even worse.
Voted to just do it. Don't mess around. Don't tease me, Bieber.
People couldn't keep
Creep! And y'all say, oh, they exaggerate with this Hollywood thing. No, they don't.
their hands off Justin, including Katy Perry, who had to get herself a handful as she mouths to the camera, "Sorry, Selena." At the end of this interaction, Justin says, "We can do that forever if you want," which made some people think that he was okay with this behavior. Even David Letterman put his hands on Justin. During the 2012 interview, David insisted on denouncing Justin's tattoos.
Is that a new tattoo?
This is a new tattoo.
Oh, God.
Who is this old ass nigga? Oh, hell no. I'm sorry, Gramps. You're getting sent to the ER. Like, you're done if you do this to me. I'm sorry.
What do you have?
I don't even care. They'll probably give me the fucking black man time for it, too. Shit, they give me 10 years for it. Hitting this old white man, I don't care.
The last one.
It might be.
No, it is.
Is that Joe Biden's dad?
David decided to treat Justin like his son's troubled friend looking for guidance, even though it was never asked for. Funny thing is, Justin ended up doing exactly what David told him not to do. But Letterman took it too far when he put his hands on Justin.
You know, I got believe.
Get that off of there.
Hey.
Although this one wasn't explicit in nature, it was still totally uncalled for. David would later apologize for his behavior, but it's odd to see how many people were so willing to put their hands on the boy. Luckily, he was able to prevent Leah Remini from getting her hands on him during this interview on The Talk.
Who's Leah Remini?
Justin had to shout no 5 times before she would stop, but
Why the way she walked up to him, I swear, was so scary. Why'd she walk up like that? I know she was trying to like do a kind of a joke thing. No.
That's not all. Earlier in this segment, she was forcing him to answer a really...
And you know the crazy thing is? Y'all know the crazy thing is? Imagine if Justin hit her back then. Or like pushed her. Even pushed her. Imagine if Justin pushed her back then. Now he probably would have been labeled as the worst misogynist ever or something. They would have said he was this and that. Even though she was coming for him, it's like, yikes.
Strange would you rather question.
He would be canceled, definitely.
We have to be naked on stage during one full song, or drink a cup of blended worms.
What?
Answer Justin Bieber.
For no
She probably got a husband too and kids at home. They're like, wait, why is mommy hitting on Justin Bieber?
At all, Leah insisted on pushing this very sexual question while there are little girls and boys directly behind her in the audience. Justin realized he was trapped because no matter what he tried to say, she was trying to force the answer she wanted out of him.
That'd probably be my worst nightmare, like me as a teenager or something, surrounded by a bunch of fucking grown-ass women with like kids or something like that asking me those weird ass questions. I'd be scared.
His ground and chose to not give in to her manipulation. This wasn't the first time Justin stood his ground when a host got sexual with him. While doing a radio show called Mojo in the Morning, the host, Shannon Murphy, brought the conversation in a strange direction.
Has your mom given you the sex talk yet?
Power Revenge is crazy.
I really don't want to have that conversation with my mother.
Yeah.
Like I've kind of had it with my father.
You want to hear? Oh, really? See, my parents never gave me the sex talk.
Okay.
So why don't you give me the sex talk?
I feel uncomfortable right now.
Oh.
Why do you want to know the sex talk from a 15-year-old boy? That's pretty weird.
He very clearly stated that he was uncomfortable when the host brought up sex, but the circumstances that built up to this are a bit confusing, because earlier in the conversation, this happened.
Justin, what are you going to be doing after the show tonight? I thought I was picking you up.
Now, when I was 15 years old, I probably would have said some dumb stuff like that to an older girl, but apparently Justin couldn't keep his hands to himself.
That little kid is like a walking set of hormones. He is.
Wow, got a little too touchy-feely with you?
He wasn't just like patting my butt, he was grabbing my butt and he kept saying, is it inappropriate? Is this inappropriate?
Oh my God.
And he would grab it harder and go, is it inappropriate now? Is it inappropriate now? Hi. Oh my gosh, he's kissing me. Here, come sit here.
Okay, so here's the thing though. Some people are gonna be like, oh well, you know, Justin was into it obviously. And it's like, bro, he's a young teenage dude. It's like, bro, there's literally dudes that'll fuck their older teachers, and it's like that still doesn't make it any better. It's supposed to be you as the grown ass adults, you know, mind to be like, no, we're pushing him away or something, or get his parents or something. Not supposed to do that.
Come sit by me right here. Dude, Justin Bieber just like comes up and you just started making out with me, you know that?
Is that not appropriate?
Justin was obviously flirting with Shannon in a juvenile way. Then she said live on air how Justin was touching and kissing her. We can imagine there were definitely some instances where Justin felt like he could probably touch whoever and whatever he wanted, since, well, it was often done to him. But regardless, the 26-year-old shouldn't have brought up the sex conversation on the air. Even men were infatuated with young Bieber. L.A. Reid, music executive who signed Justin to his first major record deal, said, "This kid was beautiful, like a woman can be beautiful, and men rarely are, and he turned it on as soon as he stepped into the room." He recalls how Bieber had grown his hair down, almost covering his eyes, and says he could see immediately that Justin's hair would be every bit as important as his songs, his voice, his face, or his presence. Justin was simply beautiful. He gushes. His superpower was his face.
Damn, bro, okay, we understand. Oh my god.
Context of this article makes it seem like L.A. Reid was attracted to the young Bieber, but we don't really know that for sure. He was definitely right about his star power, but how he came to that conclusion just seems a little odd. However, the most deplorable assault was by Jenny McCarthy at the 40th Annual American Music Awards.
Even this man is confused. Yeah, no, she needs to go to jail. Who is this woman? Who is this woman? What awards? What awards? That is quite literally an essay. Literally strangled him like damn near just grabbed his neck. I don't even want to look back at this. Literally just grabbed it. Oh my god! Do y'all see that grip? Look at this. Do y'all see this grip? Do y'all see this grip? He can't move. This is like this. This is like me doing this to somebody. She's choking him. Couldn't even escape if he wanted to. This man was genuinely confused. He was like, huh?
I feel violated right now.
A shocked Justin Bieber couldn't say
too.
anything but the truth. I feel violated right now. By this point, this was all too common for him. The craziest part is that Jenny straight up admitted to her crimes.
I took the opportunity in the window, considering I'll never get to do it again, and kind of molested him. It'd be like cougar rape.
Jenny clearly enjoys the predatory behavior, as she
What is this video?
described it as molestation and R-word. She thinks,
and I swear to you, on my life, how much you want to bet she's still online, she still gets acting gigs or whatever, how much you want to bet?
it's cute and quirky, and even bragged about it on Twitter after. Now, if this all happened while the cameras were on, could you imagine what happened while the cameras were off? Just like many child stars, Justin turned to experiments, but he was trying to cope and escape, which led to behavior that left a permanent stain on his reputation. For all the people that hated Justin, he was about to give them a stronger reason. And for all the people with unrealistic expectations, they were about to be crushed. His first controversy began in 2013 when TMZ leaked photos of him holding what appeared to be a blunt. Although Justin faced no charges for the incident.
And is that like a bad thing? Bro, why were they acting like, I swear, media back then was just so dry. Like if some shit released of this now of like a famous singer that was younger, nobody would care. Nobody would care. Maybe that's because social media is big now, but it's like, it's a teenager smoking weed. Wow, shocker.
TMZ leaked photos of him holding what
OMG,
appeared
it's
to be
weed,
a
bro.
blunt. Although Justin faced no charges for the incident, this was our first clue that Bieber was beginning to shed his wholesome image. Things took a turn for the worse
he did
later
have a
that
different
same
image, I
year.
guess,
While
yeah.
on the European leg of his Believe tour, Justin stopped in England just in time for his 19th birthday. Later that day, Bieber tweeted, "Big night ahead," anticipating his birthday celebration. He and his entourage had planned a $8,000 birthday bash, booking tables at the Cirque des Soirs Club in Soho. Unfortunately, the celebration didn't meet expectations after members of Justin's entourage were denied entry into the club because a few of the members of Bieber's party were under the suitable age of 18. Justin tweeted, "Worst birthday," complimented with a message to his Instagram account, voicing his side of the story. I love how the club wanted to give the press another reason why we didn't stay at their weak-ass club, so they wouldn't look bad for me walking in and right back out. People thought Justin felt entitled to come into another.
Okay, to be fair, it's like they were just doing their jobs. They were just doing their jobs. Like if you saw, if I was like a bouncer or something in a club and I saw a bunch of teenagers getting in, it's like, you're not getting in.
Other country and break the rules because he is a star. From there, he allegedly showed up 2 hours late for his debut show at the O2 Arena after throwing a massive tantrum. Several backstage sources claim Bieber was in a bad mood after waking up late because of a night out and proceeded to lock himself in his dressing room to play computer games.
That probably would have been me, to be honest.
At about 9:30 p.m., almost an hour before Justin ultimately hit the stage. If the week couldn't get any worse, Justin lashed out at a photographer outside his London hotel after the man called him a f***ing little moron.
I would have done the same thing!
What'd you say?
Damn, Justin was on timing! Hold up. You see the jump? Y'all see the jump?
What'd you say?
Fuck you say? Fuck you say, man?
Come on, you want some? Come on! I'm just playing, but I probably would have done the same thing. I would have lashed out way more.
What'd you say?
Efren, bro. Come on.
Come back, you prick. Back. Boy. That's all.
He said, boy.
What are you doing? What are you doing?
I just love the...
Did he just sound... He called him a little fuck. You know what's crazy with the paparazzi? It's like your job is to photograph him. I hope you know that. Your job, your whole point, your whole existence is photoing people. That's what you do and posting it online for people to see. That's pathetic. You're pathetic. Whatever you're thinking of him being pathetic, you're the one that's pathetic. You're in a 10 times worse place. If he didn't exist, you would have no job. He feeds your family and your kids. Shut up.
That's all. Little. What are you doing? What are you doing?
I just love the irony of this situation. The photographer tries to get a rise out of Justin, then Justin responds with threats, then the photographer gets really mad at Justin for getting mad at him, and the guy
they probably do that on
taking
purpose too. They probably do that
a video of the situation gets upset
you
when
know this is
someone
one
starts
viral
filming
everywhere.
him. It's ridiculous. He responded on Twitter by saying he had a rough morning and that he let his emotions get the best of him. But this incident started...
Bro, like, you see how people have to explain this? Bro, you see how, like, that's the thing I don't understand about this. That's why you shouldn't have a perfect image too much. Like, now it's completely different. Like, now if somebody saw that online, they'd be like, oh, it's reasonable, it's okay. Imagine right now, right? Imagine y'all right now, you're in the scenario, somebody's harassing you, verbal harassing you, oh, they're calling you like a bitch, all types of names, and as soon as you lash out, people are like, well, why did you jump at him? Why did you jump at him? He was just, you should know better at the position you're at. Can you imagine that? It's like, come on.
His lifelong beef with the paparazzi.
I don't show, I'm not a
in
perfect
June of 2013,
person.
Justin and his entourage were involved in an altercation with a photographer outside the Hit Factory studio in Miami. The entire exchange was caught on tape. Later that same day, Justin was skateboarding outside the Hit Factory when another photographer began snapping photos of him. Bieber's bodyguards allegedly rushed the photographer, and one started choking him. The photographer claimed that he grabbed his camera and removed the memory cards. It seemed like every few months there was another controversy, just slowly chipping away at his reputation. Like when he peed in a cleaning bucket while partying.
Oh no, he's not gonna show her, right? I remember this.
Justin and his friends left a nightclub through the restaurant's back entrance before stopping to relieve himself in the kitchen, more specifically in the bucket that is filled with water to clean the floors. This is just another inconsiderate drunk teenager doing what a million others have done before.
I know grown adults that would do that.
Then while passing through China during the Asia leg of his Believe tour, a picture was posted of him being carried up the stairs, which caused people on the internet to label him.
Holy ego. See, I need to get at that level of fame. I need to get at that level of fame where, like, some of y'all, some of y'all in the chat, would y'all help me with this? Would y'all do this with me? Like, carry me up the stairs or something everywhere? Like, what if I hired y'all as, like, it's like your job? Would y'all do that? No? Sure? Yeah, man? Okay, bet. Hey, I might have to make, like, a whole application on Discord or something, and I'll review them. Tommy's, carriers, coming soon.
Him as a diva. His controversies were definitely minor in the beginning. He was being heavily criticized,
not carrying
attacked
your big
in
ass.
blogs and by TMZ for the situations that were pretty small, but the controversies just never stopped. The coverage got more detailed, and the reactions just got worse, including the time he caused an entire revolution in Colombia. In November 2013, Justin was undergoing the Latin American section of his Believe tour. While in Bogota, Colombia, Justin snuck out of his hotel to do graffiti in an area where graffiti is banned. He painted a marijuana leaf and the Canadian flag while the police provided
Okay, see, this is just stupid. I feel like if you get to the level of, like, graffiti, of doing dumb things as a teenager, it's like graffiti, like, you're a thug.
Security. We aren't sure
1 second
why
closer
the
to, like, a
police decided to protect him, and the locals were outraged
crazy, yeah.
because 2 years prior, a police officer shot and killed an unarmed 16-year-old kid while he was spraying graffiti in an area similar to the one where Justin did his. Rebellion against law enforcement broke out because if Justin Bieber can spray graffiti, so can they. And if the police protected Justin, they should defend graffiti artists instead of harassing and incarcerating them. 300 artists came together and occupied the area where Justin sprayed his graffiti, and over 24 hours painted more than 700 pieces of graffiti.
Damn!
Justin Bieber was the cause for all of this to happen. The poor dude had no idea what he sparked, said one of the young graffiti artists. The rebellious graffiti trend spread like
hold on. Was this the graffiti? This actually goes hard. Wait, this actually goes hard.
Fire to other major cities across Colombia, with hundreds of other artists joining the movement. He also had a spitting problem, with multiple reports over the years of him spitting on people during violence.
Okay, see, no. If you spit in anybody's face, yo, somebody spits in my face, you're actually just dying. Not in GTA, but I'm gonna say in GTA. In GTA, I mean. But, like, spitting in face, and especially if it's, like, a loogie or, like, a lot of water. Yeah, nah. My true thug is gonna come out that point. My thug.
Including his own fans, who were visiting him outside of his hotel in Toronto where he spat down on them, breaking out into laughter with his buddies. Then he took a photo of his view, which was posted on Instagram supporting a caption about how he has the best fans in the world. In 2014, he spat in his neighbor's face after a heated argument, which started by Justin driving his Ferrari at over 100 miles per hour down the road. When his neighbor confronted him at the front doorstep, Justin told him to get the F out of here before spitting and...
That's how he was living? That's how Justin was living back then? Man, isn't it pathetic that, like, 99% of us, 99.9% of us in this chat, and you probably watching this, if you're watching this on YouTube, like, we're never gonna live like this ever in our entire lives. And this man was living like this as, like, a teenager.
Jeff's face and saying, "I'm gonna effing kill you." A year later, he had another altercation with the same neighbor, which resulted in Justin throwing 2 dozen eggs at his neighbor's house.
Hey, fuck you, asshole!
Oh, they were egging the house?
Yeah,
it's just like regular show.
Call the cops.
Months later, Justin pleaded no contest to 1 count of misdemeanor vandalism for the incident. In exchange for the plea, he was ordered to pay $80,000 in restitution and to stay away from his former neighbor.
Nah, that's a bag. I can't even lie. Hey, the neighbor who got his house egged, you got a fucking bag. You should be happy, if anything. If somebody could egg my house and I get paid this much, I'd be happy.
The neighbor's family for 2 years. By this point, Justin kind of proved he was a privileged boy with an attitude problem. But this last controversy would send him spiraling down. In June of 2014, a video emerged of the 15-year-old Justin telling racist jokes about black people, using the N-word multiple times. As the video went viral, Justin issued an apology, stating,
Was this the no. Y'all know the Chainsaw Man joke? Oh yeah, we know this one.
"I thought it was okay to repeat hurtful words and jokes, but I didn't realize at the time that it wasn't funny and that, in fact, my actions were continuing the ignorance." Some people gave him the benefit of the doubt, that he was young and dumb, but then a second video showing a 15-year-old Justin...
Yeah, to be fair, it was like, how many 12-year-olds were doing this on like Call of Duty chats or something back then, and even now.
Similar to the first, he sang his own song, "One Less Lonely Girl," replacing the lyrics with "One Less Lonely" and
classic.
using the hard R, stating that if he were to kill one, he would be part of the KKK. He apologized again a day later and was released, stating, "Facing my mistakes from years ago has been one of the hardest things I've ever dealt with, but I feel I need to take responsibility for those mistakes."
Nah, we understand. To be honest, anybody that actually
day,
gets like genuinely mad at him, a 13-year-old Justin Bieber, 12-year-old whatever, for that, still, I'm talking about still, he apologized for it like a million times. It's like, what do you want? And that's why like we can't live now. Just understand it, like it was a bad thing, but like he was 13. It's like, I swear, people just want somebody to just live by their mistake their entire fucking life.
Hey, I just need to step up and own what I did. Once again, I'm sorry for all of those I let down.
13-year-old saying this shit on COD, exactly, that's what I'm saying.
Explain why people were absolutely outraged with this. And for a lot of people, once they saw these videos, their mind was made up about Justin Bieber, and they're never going to change their mind. And I can't blame them for that. Justin dragged his reputation to an all-time low. He was stamped as just another child star gone mad. After a drunk driving incident in Miami, he was never the same. Justin was seen at SET nightclub in Miami Beach, Florida. He left the venue driving a yellow Lamborghini before police spotted him in a residential neighborhood. Bieber's entourage allegedly blocked the street so he could drag race singer Khalil, who was driving a red Ferrari. Authorities initially conducted...
Bro, can you imagine, like, look at these celebrities having Ferrari battles. And, like, they're pulling each other out of the Ferraris. It's like, I'll never be here. Look at me, I'm streaming reacting to a video of Justin Bieber doing this. My life's pathetic.
The street so he could drag race singer Khalil, who was driving a red Ferrari. Authorities initially conducted a traffic stop for drag racing, but arrested Justin once they realized he was intoxicated. He was arrested on suspicion of driving under the influence, driving with an over 6-month expired license, and resisting arrest without violence. His
over 6 months. Okay, this man was wildin'.
Mugshot depicting him smiling was concerning to fans. Police claim Bieber told authorities he consumed alcohol, smoked marijuana, and took prescription drugs.
Coping.
He and Khalil were locked up
it's
in
like
a
that
jail
Hollywood
cell for 10
cope,
hours.
taking all the drugs
Justin was later
stuff.
released from these charges on a $2,500 bond. A toxicology report revealed that Bieber had THC and Xanax in his system at the time of his arrest. Following Bieber's arrest on the DUI charge, more than 270,000 people petitioned the White House seeking to have him deported from the United States. Although the number of signatures...
When have y'all seen 270,000 people in the United States get together for one thing like this? That's how much they hated Justin Bieber back then. I hope I'm never hated like that. Hey, internet, please.
Received was sufficient.
What's Obama gonna do? That's what I'm saying. Like, what did they expect him? He was gonna come on stage like, my fellow Americans, we will be deporting Justin Bieber back to Canada. It's like that wasn't gonna happen. I don't know what they suspected.
Require a response under published White House guidelines, the Obama administration didn't take the petition seriously. But it turns out behind the scenes, Justin had a much worse drug problem than people realized.
There was a time where I was sipping lean, I was popping pills,
Damn.
I was doing Molly.
So like the average SoundCloud rapper.
Shrooms, everything. And it was just an escape for me. I was just young.
Justin's drug abuse got so bad, he was even caught in the most dangerous areas of Los Angeles buying drugs.
Hood, homie.
Damn.
MS gang. Nice seeing you, bro. Have a good one.
Nah, he's in the hood.
I just seen Bieber. Leave it to Bieber.
This man went to the hood.
His addiction got so bad, he was willing to put
Hold
his
on.
own...
Where's that one push-up video? Does anybody have the push-up video? Pat, please tell me you play it. Pat, bro, come on. Come on, dog. I don't think he played it here. Crips make Justin Bieber do push-ups after flaming in the hood.
6.
House shoes, I'm the homie.
8.
It's them hot shoes, man.
This
This will never get old.
House shoes on at the 12.
14, 15, 16.
This man's really in the hood.
Right here, man. Justin Bieber in the hood, cuz. Right, boy. Seen that shit.
Nah, this is really the peak of their lives. Like, you gotta understand. This is like really the peak of their lives.
Justin Bieber in the hood. He in the trenches with the kid, chemo. On the side.
That's dope.
But this is actually so hilarious.
Says his substance
You
use
get what
was
I mean.
normal in the beginning, but gradually became
know
a
it,
problem
trust
to
me. I
escape
know it.
from the pressure of being this pop star. And although many people look at that as suffering from success, the level of expectation he needs to meet is unattainable. Surely a lot of his controversies
That's
were
true,
deplorable, but the ones that were minor were treated just as bad. That likely led to him giving up on his health, his body, and lashing out since they were going to criticize him anyways. He couldn't go out on a bad note though, so he made one last push.
Skrillex. Oh no, this man's a goat.
After teaming up with Skrillex to produce a number of different sounds. Where Are You Now? Then What Do You Mean?
Oh my god, I love this song.
After teaming up with Skrillex to produce a number of different sounds. Where Are You Now?
I need you. I give you the key to my heart, let it open. Just admit it. See, you gotta change and you better let it own it. Can't deny it. Now I'm in alone in my choice in the morning. Tell me here, where are you now that I need you? Where are you now? Where are you now that I need you? Can't find me anywhere. When it broke down, I didn't leave ya. I was by your side. So where are you now that I need you? Where are you now that I need you? Dun, 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 dun. You know, the music video, like a bunch of the pictures like flying around. Bro, shut up. Get on with the video. Okay.
Oh, then What Do You Mean? Which was his first #1 hit single. Sorry, which kind of doubled as his apology to
that's
the
my
world
favorite too. I'm sorry. I'm not gonna do it to you.
for his behavior. Love Yourself. And plenty of other radio
I
hits
actually really
to
like
help
that
him
one
release
song.
his
It's
most
good, though.
successful album of all time.
Damn, this man. Why this man? This looks like a 2006 Gucci Mane album cover or something like that, or 2006 like fucking rap album or something. Why does it look like that?
It's hard for his opposition to feel bad for him when in the end, all of his antics will just help him
man
sell
have
more
dreads?
records. No matter what he does, it will be seen as the wrong step. It's
That's
quite
true.
literally is the child star curse, because nothing you do will ever compare to how you were introduced to the world as a perfect, innocent child. And with that, he finally stepped out of the spotlight, and when he returned, you could see how bad things really got. First of all, his music got worse. Yummy was terrible. But more importantly, in the
No, it wasn't.
First of all,
Y'all think
his
Yummy
music
was
got
bad?
worse.
Yummy was actually, yeah, you got that yummy. That's good. It was. Wait, wasn't the song? I heard the song was like supposed to express like him growing up, like how he felt. Like there was a bunch of old people. I don't know if y'all know. There's a bunch of old people in the song or something, and like it was like an industry message or something like that.
Yummy was terrible. But more importantly, in the press runs that led up
Talks
to
about
this,
eating his
you can
girl's
see
ass.
Justin physically
I would too on a
suffering.
song.
His anxiety
Y'all
was
will
so
hear from
bad
me
to
in
the
the
point
future.
where he was constantly fidgeting, slumping over, not looking at people.
What that does to a person's brain at such a young age or any age, when you're surrounded by that kind of noise and
I know you're not talking Ellen. Ellen is definitely a part of it. Of course, in a game.
excitement for so long. I mean, did you realize that was, I mean, looking back on it, what it was doing to you?
Perhaps the most profound moment was during his Zane Lowe interview when he asked Justin about Billie Eilish, since Billie in 2020 was the 18-year-old pop star who was thrown into the industry very similar to Bieber. Justin felt like he wanted to protect her.
Yeah, so, yeah. I just,
Damn, he's tearing up.
I just want to protect her, you know?
Oh, that's so sad.
I don't want her to...
That's actually so sad.
To lose it. I don't want her to, you know, go through anything I went through. I don't wish that upon anybody. So, yeah, if she ever needs me,
I feel like you could just like paste a picture of like Thorfinn or
Just
something
the
here,
mere
and
thought
then
of
like
Billy
that'd be
enduring
him.
what Justin had to endure brought him to tears, and recalling those dark moments in his life made fans realize that this was not fake. This young man was likely abused by this industry. Justin's antics have slowed down considerably. He is 29, has a child and a wife he's fully focused on. Does he still have an entitled pop star attitude at times? Absolutely. Does he still have beef with
Shit, I would too. He's Justin Bieber.
paparazzi? You bet. Some of you will never see Bieber as anything but a privileged boy who didn't have to put in much hard work to see the heights of the music industry. But even the benefits of his success, being universally loved, being praised, and constantly receiving validation, are also bad. Variety magazine dubbed him a once-in-a-generation superstar who charted a swift and stunning rise from precocious
I'd say that
YouTube
actually
talent to global
he really
fame.
went. So he was like, is Justin Bieber the biggest YouTube star ever? Thinking of it like YouTube to music. Really thinking of it, he is, right? Because I know y'all know there's a bunch of like YouTube, I guess, musicians, or I guess they YouTube rappers, but technically he's the first one, and he's like the biggest one if you think of it. I guess I'm saying rappers, but like even singers or something, like YouTubers turn into musicians.
Phenomenon. How the heck do you live up to that? Bieber was being cheered and rewarded for a smile and a hair flip. The world put him on this unsustainable pedestal, which ultimately caused him to break. All I know for sure is, no money or fame is worth whatever the heck he had to endure to get it.
Yeah, absolutely not. Yo, listen right now, guys. Listen right now. Hold on. Great video from Patrick CC. Listen. The one thing you should just forever set right now, I guess if you want to have kids or something, never throw them into Hollywood at a young age. Never throw them into Hollywood at a young age unless you have 24/7 access to what they are doing all of the time. You need to know what they are doing all of the time. And it's probably easier now, like, you know, back then when I guess communication wasn't as easy, like everybody basically has the internet. Now everybody has a smartphone at this point after the 2010s, so it's like much easier. That's the one thing you should guarantee. And I'd rather do this, I'd rather be whatever, making what I am now at my grown ass age doing this than like be thrown into Hollywood as a kid or something and like have that happen to me.